I'm alive. Fuck it.
Hi, everyone.
But I was going to talk shit about someone. Now I can't do that. No, because now my shit is being aired out.
Air your dirty laundry, Andrew.
I'm not trying to roast someone. I'm trying to be shady. It's different.
Excuse you, I am never a trash bag, and Andrew is always a trash bag. Yeah, see, Andrew and I understand the dynamic of our friendship very well.
Yeah, it's that Luke thinks I'm a trash bag. That's the dynamic.
It's that I try and do nice things for Andrew, and they like grumble about them a lot.
I think what we've learned is that we're all playing the child playbook today.
I know, right?
Okay, what the fuck is this game, Ash? Tell us about this fucking game that you fucking made.
Oh.
Okay, Ash, why don't you tell us about what this fucking game is now that people...
We're so unprofessional this morning.
I am very embarrassed.
Okay.
I am very embarrassed for us.
Yay!
I'm so sorry, friends.
All right, starting fresh. Let's do this. Hello, welcome to I Am Not Trying to Kill You. Today we're doing a one-shot of Between Dreams, a game that Ash designed, which she's going to tell us all about, because she is great and the best. No one here is a trash bag.
We're all friends. It's great. This is a game that... So a couple of years ago, for Emily's birthday, I ran a game of Dungeon World, and I was like, what kind of influences would you like? And she was like, Murakami and Miyazaki, and I was like, I can do that. And then since then it's gotten horribly out of control,
and then we played it, and then I had some feelings about the words magical realism that I shared at length on the car ride home.
Yeah, and then now it's a game. Now it's its own game, because you know that's how these things work.
That's who we are.
Yeah,
but it is still like playtesting.
It's still very playtesting on account of we just realized that there's a thing that just says mechanics ?
Yeah,
so,
I'll own that. That's on me. That's my fault.
It not having the XP triggers in the document, that's on me. But on the plus side, because I am fucking amazing, the Roll20 sheet now. Give me 2 seconds to save it. So, I'm Ash. I'm the GM. I have no idea what I'm going to GM. This is going to be fun. My pronouns are she, her, hers. And there are 3 trash bags with me. They will introduce themselves. Emily.
Hi, I'm Emily. I'm a trash bag. My pronouns are she, her, hers. Yes.
Cool. Andrew.
Hi, I'm Andrew. My pronouns are they, them, trash bag.
You stole my joke, Andrew.
That's how much of a trash bag I am. I steal from people. Who are you, Luke?
Luke, who are you?
Hello. I am Luke. My pronouns are they, them. I am a game designer and a cast member on shows like this. You can find me on Twitter at Wildwoods Games. Emily is an artist and filmmaker. You can find her on Twitter at Blackwool Says, I think. Yes?
Yes,
that's correct.
Thank you. Yes.
She also does commissions. She's very good. You should get commissions from her.
She recently started a Patreon, and you can support her there.
I'm gonna say all that at the end. It's all right. I didn't.
No, we gotta shill early.
Andrew can be found on Twitter at Commuting Crow and has designed an amazing role-playing game called Girl by Moonlight that is a tragic magical girl hack of Blades in the Dark. You can find it pinned to that Twitter, and you could playtest it.
You're so
that's my introduction done.
You're so wholesome, Luke. I'm impressed.
It's important that everyone knows how good everyone on the stream is.
They probably already know who we are if they're here.
I mean, yeah. Like,
just in case.
Yeah. What's up with that? Oh, this.
Unless we're secretly front page on Twitch.
Yeah, exactly right.
Please no.
Of all the days.
Like, this is like the one day that I'm not wearing makeup. And I'm like,
This would be it.
our least professional show ever, and we're on the front page.
look, honestly, I'm impressed that we're actually outdoing the first backup Street Shit Kids for unprofessionality. Like,
Yeah, that was pretty unprofessional. What with me just yelling about opossums constantly.
okay. So if you refresh your thing.
Okay, I'm gonna take the character sheet labeled Upitred Idophof.
I mean, there should be one that you can edit.
Never mind. I am
You can't just pick whichever one you want, Andrew.
I am Zer Peru, the most boring of the three.
I am
Yes, I think you'll
Emity.
find
I am Emmett. That's right. I'm Emity Hiyahu. Actually, Hiyahu's not a bad name. I might keep that. I haven't decided yet.
Upitred is fucking excellent.
Yeah.
I think I'm going to change it. So if you want to be Upitred, you can be Upitred.
Ah, yes. Upitred,
Oh, Bertrand.
whom I have known for many years.
So
Oh,
we want to
dear.
talk a little bit about our setting. Where do we want to? So this is a game that's usually set in like a modern-ish setting. It can be a bit further. It's 20th century is really the assumption.
Should we Ash, should we I'm gonna just do a thing.
I'm terrified.
This is a game of reclaiming intimacy in the haunted everyday, in case you didn't hear. It is inspired by Miyazaki and Murakami.
Yeah.
I feel like it's good for them to know that.
True. So I'm like doing like 1,000 things at once. So where do we want to play? Do we want to play in like a slightly rural setting? Do we want to be like suburban, urban? What kind of time period? Because we had that one, Emily, where we played in like that we kind of like did a bit of time travel in.
It was like wartime
Yeah.
and then also the 80s. Yeah, that was good.
Yeah, there was-
All I know is that it is important to me, or I would like it to be set in Japan again, because I feel like that really works, right?
Yep,
And I feel like
that's-
that.
that is a
On brand.
a solid base. Like it's a solid assumption. Yeah.
Yeah, I think it's nice to have, particularly when Ash is running it because she has never been there, to have Misk Japan.
Yes, no,
a
absolutely.
place somewhere in Japan.
Yeah, non-specific Japan.
Yep. Cool. In which case, let's.
I'm kind of leaning toward like city.
Yeah. Like actually
big
like
city.
serious city.
Like Tokyo.
Yeah, that's kind of my feeling because it's not really a thing we've done. I don't know. What does Andrew feel like?
I don't know. I'm trusting y'all's judgment here. I don't have any particular. I definitely want to be pre-smartphone times,
Yeah.
which if we're 20th century, I guess fits, right? But yeah, to
Yeah.
de-emphasize any kind of internet era stuff is the only
Awesome.
setting thing. I
So
would.
like 70s?
In which case,
I mean,
actually,
because it's made it makes the assumption of the 80s, but yeah, we can go 70s if we want to.
in which case, actually, I might change my vote because I think a lot of I think if we play in very big city, it will be really easy to kind of just fall into that stuff or want to interact with it and not have good substitutes. So actually, I would say I'm really good with that, and I would go more rural if that were the case.
Yeah. Cool. All right.
Like what?
so-
What about like? I
have a
like the
question.
idea of a small town where either, either like a small rural town where modernity is now like encroaching and they're like on the frontier of like the development like push, or that was one of the first places to get developed, and like Detroit like 10 years ago has like is a town in decline. Like it was a small town and then it became like a manufacturing center and now it is on the scene.
like the mill has closed or the factory is
Yeah,
closed
right.
or whatever.
Yes.
like
I'm so
either
down for
like
that.
some juxtaposition of like rural setting and intrusive modernity
Yeah.
I
by
like
the
that a lot.
standard
That's
of
really cool.
of whatever time period we're in.
I like depression vibes, like economic.
Yeah,
depression.
actually,
I mean, it's a game about reclaiming intimacy, and so yeah, like I like the idea that the setting too is like sad and like distant in ways it wasn't.
I'm kind of interested in like the intersection between like rural Japanese town and like Wild West abandoned gold rush town, like that kind of feeling more so than the like
Emily, Luke's doing the thing again.
Okay, we've all seen Spirited Away, right?
Yeah.
Yes.
What about one of the fucking resort towns that like got built in the 80s like development boom and then abandoned, just like in that movie?
I think I would prefer it to be industrial rather than resort.
Yeah, I'm into like old warehouses with the windows broken, or like factories.
Yeah. No, I'm into it.
With all the machinery pulled out, or maybe some stuff still inside.
Yes.
No, that's legit.
Yes. Also, Andrew, you were going to ask a question before.
Yes, you were.
I'm sorry.
We ended up. I was going to use a different touchstone, but we've hit on what I was going for, so it's great.
Great. Cool. Yeah, my brain was thinking like when we talk about that, and this isn't quite it. But my brain thinks of the medical mechanica thing in Fully Cooley, and like that thing of like there just being this like giant industrial thing just plonked into a town.
Very
just,
arbitrarily.
Oh shit! Are people familiar with? So you know the guy who did the art and story for Tales from the Loop?
Yes, I know the guy. I don't know his name.
There is another book that he did, which I read recently, called The Electric State, and holy shit, is a great time. I would add that as a reference, but it might not help if people don't know it. But it is very much that kind of thing of like, set in kind of the 80s, but like an alternate version of that wherein a whole lot of technology was developed, and there are all of these kind of like massive like plants and generators and stuff in the landscape, but they've all been abandoned and closed down because their various things went bad. So there's just like these kind of like monolithic industrial
brutalist
stuff. Yeah, it's pretty cool.
I'm about it.
Seems good.
All right. So we have a bit of a feeling. I need a name for our town, and I need to know what was the industry that we like steel or something, or like manufacturing is the thing that's coming
Concrete?
to my mind.
Or like bricks or something.
Yeah, I feel like I want.
I mean,
let's name the town, and we'll find out what like more about the production, because I feel like maybe it's a weird thing.
I was gonna say that would be my question: is it something really mundane and that is not where there is any kind of mystery or anything, or is it like it was something bizarre that went
They make
down?
They make farming equipment.
All right, I'm going to start reading from a list of Japanese place names.
Awesome.
And just when y'all find one you like, say so. Toyokawa, Kariya, Anjo, Nishio, Gamagori, Inuyama, Komaki, Inazawa, Tokai, Obu.
I like Inazawa.
Inazawa, great.
Cool. No, not that font. Jesus. All right, cool. So we've got town and Patrick Hand. Yeah. We got a town. Cool. And they make like industrial or farming equipment.
Sure. Sounds good.
Cool. Also, if you refresh, I've updated the character sheet to be less cramped. So cool. Let's talk about our characters then. I think initially we see Inazawa, and we see like, I think it's like Misty this morning, We see like a stand of maples and like a whole bunch of like little nice old rural family houses set along like what is like a main street, and then we like pan out to see like the larger town itself with the like big factory buildings just looming behind it, just cutting off the horizon. Is it rice that we're making the assumption, or are they farming something else here?
I mean, they're definitely farming. Like, they may be farming something else as well, or predominantly, but like,
But there's probably rice paddies.
like rice. There is definitely rice somewhere.
Yeah. All right. Well, let's just assume rice.
Like
paddies.
nowhere is not farming rice.
Yeah.
Like,
So we see like as we like pan out, we've got like the rice paddies in the foreground, the town, and then in the background these big silhouettes of the like industrial block at the far side, which I think is closer to. I think as we like off in the distance, like the next town over is where there's like a port or like
right. Yeah, there would have to be.
Yeah. So it's like next town over is where they actually, and they just like they've upgraded and turned this like this road that once connected the two towns into like an industrial highway so they can ship things to and from the port. I think like this is just slightly more up and away from all the like sea and things that might mess with the production. But who are our characters? Let's build some characters.
Do you reckon? I feel like the way we did it last time, going like roll first, is like a good methodology.
I mean, yeah. I mean, the character sheet is set up to make you choose outlook and roll as the first things.
Yeah.
And then from there on out. So yeah, in this game, and then like stats is like one of the last things you choose. So yeah, in this game we don't have like races and classes because that doesn't make any sense, but we do have outlooks and roles. There are 4 outlooks. Hopeful, when you wish for something which comes true, mark XP. Thoughtful, when you hesitate or keep quiet instead of making a move, mark XP. Belligerent, when you reject or push away help or comfort, mark XP. And melancholy, when you eat or drink to music, mark XP. This game tends to play by default with everyone choosing different ones, but you can create some interesting situations if you have like overlap and seeing how the different interpretations of those play out.
Yeah. So I'm feeling either belligerent or melancholy.
Yeah, you would. I want to be melancholy specifically.
It's really funny. I thought you were about to say I want to be belligerent because it's like a very you play style. But
no, I want to get drunk while listening to music.
Cool. All right, I'm gonna be belligerent then.
And I'm gonna be hopeful.
Yay!
Good luck.
I mean, look, we're gonna need it because like we play to close the distance between us. And Andrew and I are not gonna be doing.
I'm gonna keep this group together.
Yeah,
that's right. I feel like that's an interesting observation that maybe should go in the broader rules doc someday. That like the hopeful character does kind of end up, and like if I think back to last time, where I can't remember the name of my character, but he was the hopeful one. Like hopeful characters do very much tend up being like the anchor of the group, like the social network like is a web around.
Yeah.
Also, I just want to like throw a thing out there, which is totally cool if people aren't into it. It's just a feeling that I had from the kind of source material we were talking about. I would be super keen to be like a group of teenagers.
Yeah.
That is that could work.
It could definitely work.
Particularly because I love the stories. There are a bunch of Murakami stories about like groups of 3 teenagers and the weird interpersonal dynamics within them that I think are really fun. And if there's like a whole lot of abandoned warehouses, that seems like a cool thing too.
Yep, this steers me in a totally different direction than I was initially thinking, but I am cool to do so.
It's totally fine if you're not into that.
I can make my concept work, but like can I be that token member of the gang of teenagers? And there always is the character, right? Who's like the cool, like slightly too old for this, like starting to age out one.
Sure.
So I'm like 19 to the 17 of the two of you, or like whatever.
Yeah, totally. Yeah.
So amongst this group of teenagers, who is which role? The child, when you use your small size to your advantage, take +1. Suit, when you ignore or reject or defend against magic, or the unreal, take +1. Mentor, when you give someone guidance, they take +1 to follow those words. Or enigma, when you search for and detect or create magic or the unreal, you can suffer to give yourself +1. Each of these loses a move as well. So child can't do weird sex, suit can't do deep work, mentor can't do dream, and enigma can't do seek facts.
I kind of like the idea of a belligerent mentor.
Yes.
I think that's really good.
That's
a really interesting
if people are cool with it, I might do that.
Sounds good.
And also like my character's like slightly older, so I think it also like makes like some
you're like
there's some fictional sense there.
Yep.
your position as a mentor is also one where it's like, well, I don't need your help, I'm teaching you things.
Exactly. Yeah.
I am torn between suit and enigma.
I'm shocked.
I am actually thinking, even though it's a really obvious pairing, I kind of do want to go hopeful child.
I mean, it's the obvious.
You just
and
always
really
want to be a
nice
kid,
combo.
Emily. Just
Well, I'm not
embrace
gonna
it.
be a kid.
Just
I'm
embrace
gonna
it.
be like a 17-year-old, but like
But you're
I'm
small.
a very small one.
That's still a kid.
That's true.
I need to adjust that. It should be when you use your small size or innocence to your advantage.
Oh yes.
Yes.
Yeah, because that's where my mind went with it, was that it
love
was
that.
That's good.
I like that.
Add that. Add that to
Okay,
the web.
on the
Okay.
fly.
Change approved.
Yeah, game design on the fly. Yeah. Everyone, I'm gonna keep thinking about mechanics ? For comfortable silence while I'm at it.
Okay, I will be the suit.
Ooh.
Actually, sorry, can you talk to me about the enigma also? So it says when you search for, detect, or create magic.
The unreal. So it's the enigma is the one that.
The believer.
Yeah, exactly. Or
I don't,
not necessarily.
No, I don't think of it that way. I think of it more like
in Wind Up Bird Chronicle, it's Criticano. In Spirited Away, it's what's the dragon boy's name?
The river spirit, yeah, Kohaku
the River
River.
Spirit.
Yeah.
Kohaku Nigashiyama.
Yeah, exactly. It's the person
it's
who.
Howl in Howl's Moving Castle.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, it's that character. It's the character that belongs in that like to whom the magical is not
Strange.
it's like it's magical realism. Everyone kind of accepts magic, but like
Sorry, Luke. We're gonna keep calling it that
I
from
know.
now on. But I do understand and
I
respect.
know. I know.
but yeah, it's the person to whom they are at home with the weirdness.
Right, and so they can't read a sitch.
Yeah, basically they can't.
Because they're too weird.
Yeah, they can't read straight facts and like, numbers and stuff because they're too much about like emotions changing the room, right?
And
Yeah,
so,
they have to feel the situation out, not like logically analyze it.
Yeah.
and the suit can't do magic stuff.
One specific kind of magic stuff.
Yeah, exactly. They can't. They could pick up a specialty move that allows them to do a different kind of magic, but they can't do the default kind of magic.
Yeah. Okay, so I'm picking two entirely opposite things.
Yeah, they are polar opposites. Suit and Enigma are opposites.
In the same way, kind of as like child and mentor.
Child and mentor are supposed to
thematically
be-
are kind of
yeah.
like
Yeah.
opposite ends of the spectrum as well.
It's hard.
Yeah, it is.
Role-playing games are difficult, Andrew. It's true.
So I'm trying to imagine what a young suit would be like. Is this the like button-down student trying to ace their
that's my
exams so they
feeling.
can go to university?
Yeah, that kind of thing. Yep.
Whereas if I'm an enigma, I can be a witch.
Yeah.
So that's what we're doing.
Cool.
Good.
I'm into it.
Wait, this is the wrong game. Between Dreams. Cool. So
I'm
Emily's
a melancholy enigma.
Excellent.
So edgy.
Then.
Oh, I remember what the mechanics question mark is meant to be.
Okay, good. I'm glad. What is it meant
I
to
can't
be?
edit the document. Ash, could you?
Yeah, I'll
fix it for me?
give you edit rights. Give me a second.
Oh, cool. Yeah, that would also work.
It says you own it. How can you not open it?
I don't know. What button do I press? It looks fancy. Oh wait, is it in settings?
No, go to your Google Drive, you dingus.
Oh, okay. That would help.
Go to your drive, you dingus.
I didn't come here to be talked to like this.
Oh, Australian.
Australianity intensity.
Horrifically Australian.
Horrifically Australian, yeah.
That's a different game. We should write that game though.
We need to
No,
stop
thank you. I passed.
Yeah.
Hard pass from Emily.
Cool. Distances, I think, is probably the next thing, or we can choose our specialty moves.
Let's choose specialty moves.
Cool.
So I could have a witchy familiar. I could have special knowledge. Which is about meeting things and spout lore about them, basically.
Yep.
Also, heads up, because it's a Murakami joke, if you choose a cat as your familiar, it will definitely go missing.
I mean, yeah.
Okay.
Like, guaranteed.
Mastercraft. Choose a mundane skill or craft. When you practice your craft, you get to do stuff. Cool. Okay.
Being like, I know how to make the best swords, or I'm the best at typing. Like.
Yep. Think speak. When you handle or examine something interesting, roll plus whiz on a hit, you can ask GM questions. Yeah.
That should not be plus
so
whiz. That should be
things
plus weird. I will fix that.
Driver, you own and can drive a vehicle.
It's a big deal in this particular.
Sick. Are you going to be the cool older kid with a car, Luke?
I'm not. No. My character does not have. My character does not have that kind of money.
Am I a witch with a car?
I mean, that does sound amazing.
It's a spell on wheels.
Is that well? That would help you listen to music because you can listen to it in your car.
While driving, but I have to drink while driving.
Yeah, you can drink beer while driving in your car, listening to music.
Oh no!
Hey Ash, Ash, does smoking count?
I don't think it does. It doesn't trigger the Murakami trope that's.
I can't moodily smoke cigarettes while listening to music.
I mean, you can.
And have it trigger my thing?
Yeah, so the thing is that eating and drinking means a very special thing in Murakami. It's used in a very specific way.
Okay.
In the source text.
That's fine. I'm just checking.
Yeah,
Just
like
trying to establish.
whereas cigarettes are used as a different thing.
Right.
In that text. Right? In those texts. So
I think I want to have a car. I think having a car, especially in this like smallish, rundown
definitely.
Japanese industrial town.
As a teen, yeah.
Yeah. It's gonna be some fucked up thing.
I mean, yeah, legit.
I think it's like an old military Jeep or something. It's like a JDF
Yeah.
Jeep that got from some discontinued line
Yeah, I like it.
with like all the, insignias and stuff rubbed off of it.
Oh shit! I forgot that we made this one, and I love it. The ritual movement thing.
Yeah.
Oh fuck! That was the one I wanted to take.
Oh, it's okay. No,
Hey.
I'm not necessarily going to take it, but it's really cool.
Andrew,
This is the move, right? Yeah.
This is the one that is a tribute to your mage character. Yeah.
Yeah. I was like,
I just
this
love
is
that
familiar.
I love that it means you can change your outlook or role at any point. Like you can just be like, cool, now I'm a suit. Cool,
I want
now
to be
I'm
different.
Yeah.
I mean, yeah.
I want to be not what I am.
The child taking that too is pretty choice, right? Because you're like,
That's true.
it can be like an act of play or something that you take on, like a dress up or whatever. In
That's
a way.
true. That's a pretty cool idea.
And that connects back to the roots in the child really in a really nice way, I think.
That's
Not to tell you what to do.
Yeah, I haven't decided yet, Luke. So don't feel like.
Ash, I updated the Google Doc, but it isn't carrying over into the fancy looking one.
Let me fix that. Done.
How do I make your weird script work?
F5.
Okay, I have more questions.
Refresh the fancy one. Yeah, go for it.
All right, Andrew, ask questions.
So, the driver says, when you do something in your vehicle that aligns with its strengths, take +1 to the roll.
Mm-hmm.
Could that include it? Could the car be a magic place for me? Can I do car magic? Can that be what it's about?
A place of power for the purposes of deep work?
Yeah.
I mean, because I see the zone where it's like, oh, there's a place of power. Could I choose the zone and have my place be? I guess there's a list.
Yeah, like literally one of the options in there is a vehicle.
Awesome.
Where's the vehicle? Oh, vehicle. Yeah, there it is. Yeah. Jazz is another one. Okay, so I'm kind of on the fence about which one of those I should take. Because otherwise, it lets me do.
I mean, you're
all the other stuff.
You're a suit, right?
No, I'm an enigma.
Yeah.
Okay. You ended up taking that one.
I am a witchy teen.
Yes. Cool.
From Wichita. So any of these other moves potentially. I could
two
dream in my car.
No, it's
I
one
could.
special move, Em.
One special move? Okay.
Okay, I see.
So hang
presumably,
on, if you took the zone one and you chose a vehicle, but you don't have driver, does that mean that you have the vehicle but you can't drive it?
Yep.
Cool. So like your
driver
car
says
is
you
broken
can
down.
to drive a vehicle.
It's
Yeah.
a parked car that you sit in to smoke and be weird. And
Yeah, exactly. But you could then later take the advance and like get your car fixed and then drive it.
And also, it feels very like in keeping with this like rundown industrial aesthetic that like there's this old rusted out car on the side of the road that is where you hang out
like
and are moody.
A combine harvester that's broken down.
Yeah, but like you can't drive it, right? Like that feels very on point.
That is
I also
great.
kind of like the idea of having a really comfortable car, because then I can lay down to sleep in it. And have sex in it.
This is true.
Yes, both of those
Obviously,
options are
you're a
things you can do.
teenager. I also love there is a really cool thematic thing in there with what we kind of already, the feel we have of the town, where like to me that says that in part the game is about like wanting to escape, like
I was
wanting
gonna say,
to
I could
go
leave.
away and not being able to.
Yeah. So yeah, I'm gonna take the one where I have a car and can drive it. I think this is good.
Yep.
Yep. Cool.
And I will just make it be good at things that aren't doing cool like driver stuff. It's gonna be like good for sleeping in or hanging out in or whatever.
It's capacious.
Yeah. And I almost feel like there aren't quite, I don't know, based on my understanding of what this game is going to be about, one piece of feedback I would put forward is that most of these are about like action stuff with the car, and I think it would be neat to have a weirder set of tags.
I think I agree.
I like that.
Because remember, this is evolving from Dungeon World, so it was more actiony previously.
Yeah, no, exactly. So I think this would be a good place to drift, like have like luxurious or comfortable, because there's capacious, which is a good start.
I will let you choose strengths that are not in that list if you want to.
Okay, cool.
So hang on. So are you taking the driver move, but you're going with the car that doesn't go?
It's a car that goes.
Okay,
but
it does
it's
go.
not going to be like a fucking fast like.
Okay.
This isn't Initial D. This is Driving Miss Daisy.
Cool. Okay, but it's not your zone.
No, it is not the zone until later when I take the zone, and then it will be.
Yeah.
This would be my ultimate plan. Would be to have
You know what would be really fascinating, and I don't think I actually want to do this, but it just creates a really interesting dynamic. Imagine if your car was someone else's zone.
Also cool.
That would be cool as shit.
So like you only
I am open to this being your choice that you do.
You can get in like the car. I think that would be really interesting.
Okay, so what kind of car do I have?
I kind of want to put a thing into, and like this is just me. Like I won't, but I like if I were like being indulgent, I would require people to like name the model of their car and like the year.
I don't think that's even such a bad thing.
I mean, if that was a requirement, I would never take this move because I just I don't have that knowledge base and I'm not interested in doing the research.
Yeah, that's the thing. Yeah, and I don't want to.
And I don't think I'm alone in that.
Yeah.
I mean, but you can just make something up.
I mean, but in the same way that you'd never ask someone to name your animal companion and choose a species. You'd never ask someone to give the scientific name of the kind of cat they have.
Yeah, exactly, because it's not really necessary. But I think in this case, yeah, good. If that's a thing.
I think it's a if you want to thing. It shouldn't.
Yeah, it should. I should say think about or something like that.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, I definitely wouldn't put it in the rules.
Yeah. So Andrew, tell us about your car.
Yeah, I'm trying to. Can we circle back? I'm going to do a little bit of poking around. Mm-hmm. So we're it's set in the 70s.
Yeah, I think late 70s or early 80s.
Yeah, that sounds good. Yeah, I'm feeling I probably have a slightly better grasp on early 80s.
Yep. I mean, I'm just going to be guessing the whole time because all of this is before my time. So.
I mean, I was born in the 80s, but
yeah, same.
I was a tiny baby for most of it, so.
Osmosis, Andrew. You got this.
I owned some neon clothing, so there you go.
Yeah, so I'm feeling like either taking ritual movement, fetishism, or things speak. Okay. And I can't decide which one. Emily, what are you thinking?
Okay, I think ritual movement, things speak, or fetishism.
Fetishism. Because I also I might choose based on I want to make a cool combination of things. So what do you feel?
Yep. I am currently. I considered animal companion actually.
I'm also low key thinking a little bit about that because that could be cool.
Or special knowledge. Or I am actually considering taking the zone and making it Andrew's character's car. I think that for a one shot could be really cool.
That's pretty fucking
cool. Yeah, to keep things tight.
Yeah.
I'm down.
So here's the thing: if y'all do that, I'm definitely that just makes it more complex for me because then all three of those would be really cool because I could do ritual movement in your vehicle. And make it the surroundings I am moving through. Yeah. I could imbue a car as an object that I could imbue with significance and intent, and a car is something interesting that I could handle or examine. So if y'all do that, it just makes my choice harder because they're all fucking cool as shit.
Also, I can see this great, that gives me a really cool, complex, relationship dynamic. If I go with that, because it means that there are times when I have to try and get in the same places where your car is, which you're probably using, because I need to sit and think and do a thing. But also my role is the child, so I'm kind of inherently I think I'm just a little bit in the way. I'm the kind of person who just gets in the way of the cool teenage stuff that you're trying to do.
You're the baby face of the group.
Yeah, exactly.
Yep.
Yeah, I don't know. Andrew, if you think that would be fun, I think I might go with that.
Yeah, I'm all for it.
Cool. All right.
Ash, are you okay with comfortable being a tag for a strength?
Yes. Yep. I think it would be think about whether or not something that is more active than that, calming or something like that, would be easier to know if you've triggered it.
Also, I would love to get your thoughts because I need to choose some tags for my zone. So one of them I'll choose vehicle. But then I need to choose two more from the following list. So there are ones here that are relevant. Jazz, weird lights, bookshelves isn't really a thing. Booze, toys, transmitters and receivers, baubles, weird electronica, stuffed animals, cats or birds, Those are ones that are like relevant.
I think machining tools, depending on like the size of the car, like could work.
So I'm picturing a great big sedan. The tags I've chosen, rather than comfortable, I've decided to go with nostalgic.
Oh yes,
awesome.
So it's like when you're driving it around in it, it just has this like classic kind of feel, and is very like it comes with that whole. It's like calming and also a bunch of other stuff. There's like a weird, chill vibe being in the car.
Yep.
It has a vintage look. And then for weaknesses, I'm just gonna go with like slow.
Yeah.
It's not a performance car. It's meant for like parades or, riding in the back of while someone else drives you around.
Sedan or wagon?
Sedan in the sense of like, this was a car that was designed to have a chauffeur, and so the back is like it has the really roomy back area, and the driver area is a little bit more cramped.
Yeah, I was just wondering if it has like a boot or a hatchback. That's all.
Oh yeah, no, and it's got a boot. It's got a trunk.
Yeah, cool. That's what I wanted to know. Because that changes the way that you can interact with it topologically.
It's that kind of like streamliner style. It's got the like chrome detailing with the little round mirrors up at the front. It's got it's that particular cream color that you often see. It's very. So it's just a very classic kind of hokey like town car kind of thing.
I put a link because I was just trying to get an idea. I put a link in the Zoom chat there. Is that too old and vintage?
That's the right period.
Okay.
This is a little bit less boxy and more round. It's kind of got that like inoffensive, bubbly kind of shape of like, roundness. Like it's
the kind of thing you mean.
It's like a chubby version of that car.
Cool. Yep.
Nice. Yeah.
Yeah. It's that particular cream color, and it's got all the same chrome detailing. It's got that particular style of steering wheel, the little ship, behind the wheel, the whole thing.
Yep.
Nice.
I have
the big thing.
I have taken things speak.
Cool.
Awesome. Sounds great.
Oh, whoops! We still have that. Wait, no, we still have weird as a stat. It's all good. I was like, hang on a minute, this is an apocalypse world.
Yeah.
So what are the other two tags that I should choose for the car?
I mean, booze. I feel like we've talked about the fact that like having like Andrew sits in the car listening to moody teen music and like drinking to trigger the melancholy. My
vote is for jazz. One.
Cool. I'm into it.
And then transmitters and receivers could be cool if we want to have it be that the radio is like
yes
fucking magic.
Yes, I'm on board.
That's pretty cool.
Like
I'm very on board.
I'm thinking if we want to lean into the weird nostalgic vibes, like this is a World War II era car. This is like a late 50s car or early 50s car, and it could maybe have like you can scrub through time on the radio frequencies or something like that. Like some weird shit like that.
So this is we're going back to Dap Spirits. This gives radio in a car.
Exactly.
Yeah, I love it. I'm into it.
I'm really keen.
But I can't make the radio do the magic stuff straight out. That's like part of your
cool.
messing around with things.
Yeah, cool. I like the idea that like there's a weird thing where like and maybe no one ever notices this connection, but like when I'm in the car, the radio is often really weird.
Yeah, like we get weird reception and stuff when you're in the car. I have a feeling that given that you are the child, we are the trope of the Japanese kids who grew up together.
Yep.
Where we've known each other forever and we're friends, and like I view you as someone I need to like be protective of, but
Mm-hmm.
And that's why there's the no sex thing.
Yeah. Exactly. I like that too. And I think that particularly because you mentioned the thing about like it is the car where you like hang out and drink and like have sex with people. It's this really annoying dynamic where like I'm always getting in the way of like you trying to like hook up with people.
You're the
because
game killer.
you're never gonna do it with me. But like just always want to be in the car, or like I turn up at really annoying moments and stuff like that. Yeah,
I mean,
think that's a great dynamic. I love it.
There's a whole thing that could happen if you were able to like change your role, and if this were maybe a longer thing, I'd be like play into that, because then
exactly.
You could transcend that in this
We could make it weird,
uncomfortable way.
Exactly.
It has been like not quite an hour. This is a one shot.
Yeah.
I'm just like let's rein in our Adelaide Canberra style tendencies and try and be choppy about the rest of it.
Also,
like otherwise we're not going to get any playtime.
The car that you have is a 2-door Chevrolet 150, based on your description.
Classic Ash.
Which means it's an import from America.
Ooh.
Maybe that's part of why it has this like nostalgic vibe too, because we're in post-war Japan. American stuff is prized in a way.
So we've got our moves.
Cool.
Let's do distances, gear, and stats. For the character on your left, establish a relationship and a person, place, or thing that is shared between them. So that's for each of you. You need to pick the person on your left.
Okay.
So
in our space here in Roll20, let us position ourselves in a metaphorical space.
That sounds like a good
I see
plan.
Luke, Emily, Andrew as like a.
But we're all going to see something slightly different because of how Zoom organizes people.
Right.
So just having us be in a triangle here in Roll20 would be great. So I put my name on there. I'll put my character name next to it once I have one.
Yep.
And that way someone...
I'm beating Yul to it because I already have a character name.
There we go.
So do I.
Alright. I'll put Luke's one there.
I can't change my name. Please. I also have a
What's your
name.
name? Well, put,
My name is-
Put your name in, Emily. Put some text in for you.
Okay.
Also, I think this font I have chosen, it is my favorite of the Roll20 fonts. I think it is.
Is that
Light?
light? Yeah. Yeah, I tend
Light.
to go between.
I reckon Light and Contrail are the two that are.
Contrail is like There's like 4 that are like. No one ever uses whatever uses like a candle. Like, it's awful.
Ugh, yeah, it's not good. Oh my, Emily, of course.
Yeah. Cool. All right. So.
What does Chihiro mean again? It's some super moe name, I know.
I mean, it's the fucking protagonist from Spirited Away.
Right.
Oh.
I actually completely forgot that.
It's like, fuck.
It has a really
I know
interesting
this.
meaning.
It's like she who knows 10,000 things, or something along those lines.
Yeah, it's like something about searching for
because
knowledge.
Sen, the 1,000 character, is part of it, which is how that bit in Spirited Away where Yubaba takes her name away.
Yeah, leaves her with
Takes
Sen,
away all
which
the bits
means
except the,
it also means flower, and there's a whole analog of sex workers,
yeah,
etc. Well, Spirited Away has a bunch of dark underbelly stuff. It's pretty cool. Anyways.
Love my boy Misa.
All right. So.
Okay, my character's name is Maho.
Yep.
Oh.
Andrew, who's on your left?
I guess Luke is on my left.
Luke.
Cool.
Andrew, what is your shared person, place, or thing?
We haven't heard much about your character, Luke.
That's true. Yeah.
No, we haven't.
We've been, like, Emily and I have just been like making a nice little bundle of characters who are really interconnected and have.
Yeah, and I've been
Who the
trying to
fuck are
focus.
you?
I've been trying to focus on just like making a character so we can get into play. So my character is slightly older. I'm like, yeah, like how old are you two? Just so I can like pin like a vague number on it.
I'm happy with like 17, 18, thereabouts.
Oh fuck. Okay.
finished
So I'm 20. Next year I will turn 21 and I will be an adult.
Yeah. Cool.
Like I'm just shy of the. Actually, hang on a minute. No, that's 20 in Japan. I always forget. So I'm 19.
So you're
So you're 19.
Yeah, I feel like
I'm
17
right on the
is a good bit
threshold.
for the others, because that's like, is that final year of school?
Not necessarily. It's just like at 20 you can drink, you can drive, you can do
I'm
all
saying
that shit.
at 17, at least here, is like last year of school, of high school.
Yeah, I think it. I can't remember in Japan.
Let's just make that assumption.
But anyway, yeah. So like I am from a farming family, and I have a bunch of ambitions and aspirations about what I want to do with my life. But because I come from a poor farming family in the 1980s, in a town that is struggling, the very heavy familial expectation is that instead I will just take on the farm after my father dies and just be the farmer. And so I'm like, yeah, this like kind of very like physically present but mentally like distant and like wishing I could be anywhere but here. Yeah.
Cool.
Yeah,
That is how I would like characterize me.
Cool.
Yeah.
All right.
So what is shared between us?
Yeah, a person, a place, a thing. I mean, like, have our characters been intimate? Because I feel like that's like a thing that we've talked about being a thing that happens
as well. So like,
yeah, we got to pick distances too. Like, I feel like it would be good to put a face on that.
Okay, so you're my ex.
Like, your character hooks up with like, you know, nameless, indistinct NPCs sometimes. Question mark. Like, I feel like it'd be good to give that sort of grounding. So yeah, I'm like your ex.
Great.
So is there maybe like a spot near my farm where we used to go on like shitty, no money involved dates?
I mean, there's my car.
I feel like
there's like a clearing where we used to like park it, right? Like,
sure, yes, yeah, definitely.
Yep, cool.
Yeah, and it's so it's like a pine grove or something, and like wild mushrooms grow there. Like it's a place where we used to like I would sometimes like forage us like slightly fancy food that we would have to pay actual money for if we went into town. It'd be like, yes, we have like fancy matsutake mushrooms that would cost us fucking 50 million yen to buy from a shop.
So now I have to write one distance for each other character, pick a second distance for one character, don't establish details of this. Okay, I will start thinking about these.
Yep.
If you all want to do your
Luke and Emily, what's your thing?
So, I don't mind how this comes about, but I'm feeling like I would really love to be the long-suffering hinge in this 3-person like group. Like I want to be the person who's always trying to keep the group together, because I'm so invested in like each of you, and like, you know, I want to be that really like disgustingly wholesome, like no,
is your family home like, oh, I know, I've got one that's even better.
I mean, are you Luke's character's younger sibling?
I could be. Yeah,
like that. Yeah, I feel like that's definitely an option. Or like
I would be totally down with that.
Or I was also thinking like your family have been like buying like they're like vegetables from my family for years, and so like ever since we were like, you know, I was 5 and you were 3, we would always be sent off to like go play together while our parents like, you know, bought your parents bought groceries off my parents.
I think because I've established that like with Andrew's character we've got the like friends since childhood, and therefore it's a bit weird as like teenagers thing. I want a slightly different, like I don't want to push totally too much same dynamic. So actually I would be totally cool for like
siblings,
or
awesome.
like or like cousins or something, but I think siblings is good.
I think either siblings or cousins. I'm down with either.
I like siblings personally as a GM. I feel like
well, that's good because it gives me like all of the stuff that you established about like your family. I can just be like, cool, that
also for me.
That also for me.
I have a surname if you would like. Yeah,
cool.
Our family name is Sakayone.
Sakayone. Okay.
Cool.
Which means rice slope.
Cool.
So what is the thing that we? So it's the thing that we share is like family.
The family farm.
The family.
Yeah. Is it the place or is it the people?
I think it's the place. I don't think it's the people.
And it says a person, not a people. So like,
and I think,
like that
but I
could be
think
like a specific parent was all I was suggesting.
yeah.
I actually have a feeling like, because you mentioned the thing about like the grove and like foraging for mushrooms and things, I think like that to me says like it's specifically the place we share. We both really care about the farm, maybe like more so than our parents. Like maybe
Yeah, I think
really close relationship with them. But
we're those kids. Okay, I've got this now. We are those kids of parents who own a small business that they have poured like every ounce of their like identity and like love and passion into just like desperately keeping alive, and have like hooked their kids into it from childhood without ever really getting consent. And so like on the one hand, like the farm like is our childhood and we do have that deep love for it, but on the other hand, it is a very like fraught and complicated and resentful relationship, and our relationship with our parents is not necessarily very good.
I'm sorry, are you both James
I love
Holden?
we both James Holden from The Expanse. Yeah,
I
sure.
haven't seen The Expanse.
But no, I really like that. I think that's great. I am on board.
Cool. All right. And I'm assuming the shared thing between Emily's character and Andrew's character is the car.
Makes sense. Yeah. Are you cool with that, Andrew?
Sure.
All right. Sweet.
Get some distances, friend. Don't think too hard about them. Whatever feels right.
So, quick question for those who are better at the honorifics and suffixes than I am. It would be Kaito-kun, and then what would be like the nickname version of Chihiro that I would call her as us being longtime friends?
Chihi?
Yeah.
Chihi-chan?
Yeah, it would be like Chi-chan or Chihi-chan.
Oh, Chi-chan? Yeah.
Yeah, I like Chi-chan. That's really good.
Cool. Great. I don't think I have fully pushed Kaito-kun away such that I would use like his their last name. What is your character's gender actually?
I'm still working on that.
I've been assuming male based on a bunch of the patterns that you're describing.
I totally feel it, but at the same time, I feel like I could make things really messy and fraught and like complicate a lot of like Japanese gender feelings into this if Kaito is a woman. But like, I don't know. I'm still working on it. I think that's a decision I'm going to leave to like last.
Okay. So I write one for each of you, one distance, and then I write an extra distance for one character.
Person. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Cool. So Kaito-kun and I are no longer speak honestly. I know Chi-chan is keeping things from me.
Yep.
And I mean, clearly, yeah, Kaito no longer holds my heart.
Oh, feels.
I mean, you're my fucking ex, so
Yeah.
it just.
I mean,
seems
I don't.
like a clear.
I don't. It tells us not to establish details, but like I'm just putting that out there. I think it's more interesting if that's not like there's no clear. Like it's not like we like broke up, because I don't think we were ever like officially like the whole thing is much muddier than that, right?
Yes, of course.
Yeah,
So-
like we don't kiss or like speak honestly or like have sex anymore like we used to, but at no point was like a conversation had where it's like it's over.
Of course not. That would require
It's
speaking
just-
honestly.
Yeah, exactly. It's just weird and fraught and like awful.
Oh, I actually am tempted because I think one I'm definitely going to go with is, sorry, Luke, I need to remember your character's name.
Kaito.
Who's your character? Kaito. I'm definitely going to go with Kaito listens to me but doesn't understand,
Oh yeah, absolutely.
because I think that's really good.
I was gonna take that one for you as well.
Yeah.
I mean, yeah,
Oh,
totally.
wow.
Which is totally valid. Yeah, exactly. We talk past each other.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah.
I'm not locking that in, but it's a thought.
Because of the
Alright.
difference between like that age difference means that you're both talking from different perspectives.
Yeah.
I'm also like, again, like leaning into that that kind of like weird childhood friends and now we don't know where we stand kind of dynamic. I'm tempted to take for Andrew's character Maho. Maho and I don't touch anymore. because like I like the idea that as kids like we were really like huggy and like play fighty and stuff, but now like we're teenagers and it's like there's this whole weird kind of like distance there, you know, like
touching means things.
Yeah, exactly. So we just don't do it at all. Like to the point where it's a little bit strange.
I think our relationship has become stilted.
Yeah.
All right.
You're up to gear, I think, Andrew.
Yeah, I've got my gear figured out.
Cool.
I need to
I have
a second one for someone.
I am a witch, so I have a broom. And I have a fucking gun in the glove box of the car. There's like a Luger in the car. I have booze and 3 cash, a notebook and a newspaper, and cigarettes and a bell.
Nice. Cool.
The bell is some kind of weird, like, old thing from a shrine or something that I have taken.
Yeah.
Also, I just because I want it to be a thing and I like not knowing what it is, I want there to be someone whom I cannot forgive for what they've done. Who is it that I can't forgive for what they've done?
Me.
All
right, sweet.
Yeah.
Sold.
Yeah, okay, cool. All right, so here are my ones. Are y'all ready?
Yep.
So, my responsibility to Chihiro weighs on me. I don't understand the actions of Maho. I'm very confused about why we aren't close and intimate anymore, and I think I'm upset about it. And Chihiro showed me that they cannot be trusted.
Ooh, that's interesting. Yeah, I'm into it.
Yeah, I have some thoughts, but like nothing concrete.
Cool. And I'm kind of I'm glad that you didn't also take the listens one, because I think that actually that's a thing that I do want to be like good at as this character. Like I want to be good at listening to people and good at caring about them, but just I have no good ways to like keep our relationships together. Like I can listen and I can understand, but I can't like create the reality that I want.
So gear, stats, look, and we're done.
All right, my stats are smart 0, steady 1, weird 2, true -1.
Cool.
Ash, in the character sheets, whenever you add gear boxes, it also opens distance boxes.
Interesting. Let me have a look
Yeah.
at that.
And there's nowhere to put our look.
Hey, right, cool. I'll fix that.
Everyone's a critic.
Like, given that I made this in like 20 minutes, I'm pretty happy.
I am not upset by this.
Just pointing it out.
Unlike how Luke is clearly upset.
Wow, Andrew.
Being very snippy.
For our relationship, I'd like to take the distance. Andrew listens, but they don't understand.
All right.
Andrew listens, but is an asshole about it.
Yeah. Okay. Just copy your distances and gear into like a text document or something, because I don't know that it's not gonna freak out when I change this.
Also, just to confirm, the deep work move, which is connected to the zone, doesn't have an associated stat, correct?
It doesn't need one. No.
Nope. No roll.
Cool. I'm just trying to. Yep, you don't roll. Yeah, that's what I thought. I just wanted to factor that into my stat choices.
Okay, that has been changed, so it'll update when you refresh. But make sure you copy the things out just to make sure.
Everything?
Distances
And
and
on the
gear.
edge.
Oh, distances. Okay.
Oh, it looks so fancy now, Ash.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, I've chosen my stats. I'm going smart -1, steady 1, weird 0, and true 2.
Great.
I'm just copy pasting my stuff back in. It was shows that they cannot be trusted, right? For you, Em? Yes, it was. Okay, my gear. I have a first aid kit, because I'm responsible. I have a torch. I have a newspaper from the big city. I have a notebook to put my sad feelings in. I have a record from America, an American record. I have some cigarettes. I have a weapon. And I have... Can I take less than 4 cash?
Yeah.
Because I'm meant to be poor. I have like 1 cash.
Yep.
Alright, that's my gear.
Cool.
Now I gotta pick the stats.
Ooh. Yeah. We're meant to be poor. Alright.
Did you take a bunch of money, Emily?
I think I'm gonna take a bunch of money.
Oh my god, you're like the bad, spoiled... I don't like you. You're
Not necessarily.
You're a bad sibling.
That's not necessarily why.
Maybe
I mean, my character definitely still resents you.
it.
My character definitely still resents you for having money. Like, I'll
I
tell
don't think
that
you know.
much.
I don't think you know.
Oh, that how could that go wrong?
No one's allowed to have secret money. It's supposed to go to the buying turnips for the family.
That's right, exactly.
I totally have a soft toy.
Yeah. I was
Let's lean right into it.
Yep. Cool. Yeah, once you've refreshed, there is a look space as well now.
I'm filling it in.
Good.
I'm filling it in too. Oh fuck, now I gotta choose my stats. God damn it.
So, talk to me about look. Is there meant to be like clustered groups of look things that just aren't formatted in here, or are these just kind of like a big grab bag?
I didn't want to say like choose one of like each. So like it is a grab bag. Choose as many as you like from the list.
Cool.
Mix and match. They are clustered and grouped, but you don't have to pick like one kind of eyes. You can pick 2.
Because I'm like, is mercurial a gender option or like a clothing option?
Yeah.
Yes.
And the answer is yes, and it's great.
Yes,
No,
all of the above.
I just wanted to confirm that is true.
All right.
I mean,
done.
like covered might be a gender option. We don't know. Like.
I missed that there's androgynous. That's clearly the best look.
Muted is a gender option.
Oh, I like that. That's cool. I
It's kind of sad. But,
I have a setting related question. Kind of sad? No, not at all. I think muted is really interesting. So So the top list of gear is like weapon, broom, phone, cash, and I need to choose 2 of those things. I don't think I have a weapon. I don't think I have a broom. Can I have a phone? Is that mess with our like stuff that we decided in the setting? Should there be some complication with that?
You have permission to use the phone in the house?
Yeah.
I like it.
Yeah.
Yes, so it,
But
like
I
it's
don't.
staying in the house.
And it's like one of those big, rounded, boxy ones?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Because they're worried you're going to jump ship, Kaito.
I mean, yes, and with with legit.
Don't talk to your friends in the city.
They try and like I keep the newspaper and my notebook like rolled up and stuffed inside the hollow of a tree in the grove. Because like they would they would be like, no, you can't be reading about the big city. It's just gonna make you want to jump ship more. You can't have that.
All right. Maho has sad eyes, is very androgynous, wears scrappy clothes. Basically, she dresses in like military surplus gear and other like greaser type aesthetic stuff, and is part of that whole like. Yeah, now her weapon needs to be a bat. Okay.
Nice.
Can I Ash? Can I like invent new look options as well?
Yes, please.
Because there's
Put them in the Google Doc as you do it.
Yep, cool, will do.
So yeah, she's part of that like roving pack of young women in a gang kind of aesthetic.
Oh yeah, totally.
But is an alone person doing that. She's just
you're not actually in the Kyakushai.
Yeah,
you're just
exactly.
like you just dress like it.
Yeah.
And she'll fuck you up and beat you up with a
like
baseball
a
bat.
one-girl Jakusha gang.
Yes,
I love
exactly. And she probably has like a leather jacket with some satanic symbol on the back of it.
Yeah.
Like a Baphomet head or something.
Is it like a Baphomet, or is it just a fucking like Oni or something?
Just a which, sorry?
Like an Oni or something?
Oh, actually, you know what it is? It's a Yagatarasu. It's the 3-legged crow thing.
Yes, good shit.
I didn't know if I wanted to go like Americana with it, but I think it's cooler to have it be that she's like hand embroidered her own jacket with a thing on the back.
Yeah. Love it. Cool. All right. How we doing, Em?
Yes, I'm just choosing the last of my gear, and then I will tell you what I have.
You got Luke?
Yes, I do. Let me tell you about my character. She has distant eyes. She is a girl, but like an androgynous. Like I think her hair is cut short. It is a concession to her family's like, and just Japan's general like bullshit gender roles at the time. Like because she is the girl who is going to inherit the farm, she has to look kind of masked. And so yeah, like her hair is like cropped really like close and short, and like she wears kind of like fairly like unisex clothing. So yeah, like androgynous.
She has like a utilitarian aesthetic.
Yeah, exactly. So yeah, like
you two are so good.
Yeah, androgynous girl. Her in terms, she's got traditional working clothes. So like she would not look out of place in the background of like a 1880s like
like a medieval
but Basazoku era kind of like film. And her look is muted. Like everything is kind of like sad and faded and probably a hand-me-down, and like the kind of like the like bits of like brown mud and stuff on it also then like further muted, so there's just like no color to it. It's just really washed out.
Yep.
And she has a worn body. Like she's strong, but she's also like fucking exhausted because farm work is hard.
Yeah.
Yep, that's me.
I think I am gonna go It's like if what is the well, there are several Japanese trends that are like much more modern than this, but like I feel like I would be the kind of early 80s version of it, like just like disgustingly cutesy femme, like
yeah, like proto Lolita stuff.
Yeah. Pardon?
You are kawaii.
Yeah, exactly. So I'm gonna go with like sparkling eyes, girl, because she's very girl. She's colorful, but she has casual clothes. So like I think she kind of is trying to ride this really like ridiculous line because she's not brave enough to like dress impractically, because she still has to do the farming and like be helpful. So she will wear practical clothes, but she like customizes them wherever she can, and like puts on like unnecessary details and things like that. But like the structure of them is still very like practical and plain, and it's very like girly, but it's very childish. So like everything, it's like t-shirts and like shorts. But like nothing that could be even remotely like sexy or like I'm trying to be a grown-up like teenager. Like it's all just very cute.
And it's like it sounds like it's like American child, not Japanese child.
I don't know. I think there's a bit of both actually there too. I think it's a bit of both.
Cool. All right. Well, we have characters. We did the thing where we went a bit over time, but let's take a quick break and then.
Oh, I've got stats too. Should I talk about those?
Yeah, they're not important.
Cool. All right, cool.
Let's come back in a little bit and play some game. All right, back soon.